Are you ready? Are you sure you want this question answered for you? You want to understand this concept? Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And I can't promise you that you will want to continue with your average everyday life after you truly understand just how insidious this system is and just how trapped you, I, and everyone else involved really are. Do you want to understand why your average rent is now $1,500 a month? Do you want to know why you live in a country that requires $60,000 to $80,000 a year just for the minimum requirements of survival, but yet most people only make $30,000 to $40,000? Do you want to know why it costs you so much to be able to work? It seems like you're paying to work. You're living to work. Life and everything else that revolves around life is work. Why? Why you have no time to cry? Why you have no time to lie down in your own bed? You come home, and if you have kids, you help them with their slop. You then proceed to burn yourself out for another 4 to 5 hours. Find out it's 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. And you've got to get up in the morning for a 5:30 a.m. job that you can't stand dealing with. And that's job number 1. We're not talking about 2 and 3. Have you ever thought that the whole thing was just stacked against you? Have you ever come up with a critical idea that this was done on purpose? That life is as miserable as it is by design? I know. For some of y'all, it sounds crazy. For many of you, you already know. But I'm not here to talk to those who are in the know. I'm here to talk to those who are outside of it, who want to answer the question of why my life just feels like a cycle of consume, buy, work. I'm going to play the powers that be for a moment and sit here and tell you why. Why you'll never see that great blue ocean you wish to see so much somewhere in Jamaica. Why you'll never ride the bullet train in Osaka. Why Ibiza will always be out of your reach and you'll never see yourself in Paris, Vegas, much less France. Why your car is constantly braking on you and the only people you can get to work on is the dealership who's overcharging you when you know they are. For small little trinkets that keep going out. An ever increasing integration of technology with mechanics to a point that the technicians and the mechanics that used to work on these cars can't even understand them anymore. Why is your life consumed by work? And here's why. Because it breaks your spirit. Because I can take from you and make sure you never take from me as long as I have you consuming, buying, and working. And I know that you'll never understand the misery that you truly live in. You'll never have a critical thought. You'll never want to fight back. You'll never have any spirit to you because consume, buy, work. And you're an answer to a trivia question. Why is it that in 2020, the late 2020s and the early 2030s, did the unlifing rate increase by 50%? Consume, buy, work. You want to know why you'll never have that vacation? Why you'll never be able to breathe? Why you can't bother to learn another language? Why you can't see creativity? Why everything in the world seems like plastic garbage, left and right, right and left, up and down? Consume, buy, work. Your technology is getting worse every day, and it's costing you more and more and more and more, and it's being replaced with blander, incoherent indivisible nonsense where everything is boring and just the same, where you find yourself doom scrolling until 12 o'clock at night, maybe even 1, 2, 3, getting up with 2 to 3 hours of sleep to try not to pass out or to use unnecessary caffeine stimulants to stay awake, consumed by work, consumed by work. And you'll never be creative enough to be a threat to me. Consumed by work. And your passion will go unheard and your voice will be unfelt. Consumed by work. And you'll never be able to collectivize amongst yourselves and overthrow the very people who keep you in these pretty silver, gold shackles that you see rusting from the inside out because consumed by work. And all of those dreams are turned into a nightmare because only someone who's asleep would ever believe in the American dream. Since the American dream isn't for us, it's for those in power who force us every day of our lives to consume by work. And you'll never have a life that's worth meaning. You may not even have a headstone. Just burnt up ash, forgotten, dust in the wind like you were never here, did nothing there, and were never seen where. Consumed by work. And I own you completely and entirely. Every dream, every family member, every friend, every loved one. All your associates, all the people you walk amongst every day. The third place that you used to have that no longer exists because everyone's in a digital space, consumed by work. And there is no story for you. There is no life for you. There is nothing for you. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Consumed by work. And you are my internal bitch. See, that's the powers that be. That's the plan that they have for you and me. And it's already integrated. You see it every day. It's going to get worse. People tried to warn you of this. They tried to give you a heads up and let you know that this was coming around the corner. But you didn't see. Not because you couldn't, but because you didn't want to. But now it's too late. The only way you can make any type of earning in life is through leverage. Cash is worthless, valueless, and it buys you nothing but misery and death. Those who are truly in power know better. That's why all their assets sit in leverage. That's why everything they do is through a subscription service that you pay for because consumed by work. And you'll have unlimited bills that will never allow you to stop working. Consumed by work. And I close the chapter on your story forever, whispering you sleep, sweet nothings, as you fail to understand why your life went by in the blink of an eye. Don't just consume. Don't just buy. Don't just work. Lift your head up. Desire more. Fight for more. Gain more. Even if that means you have to take it from the very people who have tried so hard as to integrate an entire system of your enslavement to stop you from doing different. Don't just consume, buy, work. And you'll see that life for yourself that you've always wanted.